Now that's dry, I can work into the picture on the dry paper just with some very subtle pale browns. I'm using an almost dry brush to create the impression of tufts of grass and undergrowth and what have you, and very weak grey. Same colours I used before, but just a little bit more water. If there's too much watery paint on your brush, just get rid of some of it onto a piece of tissue or kitchen roll, and then the paint that you're putting on won't be too watery. And this should give us the impression of distant trees and bushes and things. Very pale colour and slightly darker for anything that's nearer. So things fade in the distance, and the strength of colour is more powerful nearer to us. So and the fact that the first ones I did are slightly soft edge suggests they're in the soft distance. I'm going to mix a nice, really powerful, almost black colour now, with plenty of ultramarine. That's it, that's good. Very dark brown or almost a black colour. And this is going to be very near to us. So here's some overhanging branches. And main tree trunk at the side here, just leaning into the picture. And this tree has got ivy growing up it, that's why I'm making these irregular shapes at the edge. Just got a bit of spatter. Oh, disaster. Damp brush. No damage done, hopefully. And so this tree on the immediate right is very close to us, and the effect of this dark is to make the light in the picture look much brighter. It's all about contrasts. And using a dryish brush, this is what I call splodging, making like a splodgy mark, and it's great for all kinds of different foliage and hedges and undergrowth and what have you. But I'll use it a little bit wetter now, so we've got some nearer trees coming in from the left. And all this dark should provide quite a nice sort of frame for the picture and concentrate the light in the middle. I think in a minute I'm going to go on to the finer brush and for all the fine twigs and what have you. Very, very pale colour further away. the Quinacridone Sienna on its own there. It's lovely orangey colour. As I say, it's slightly oranger than ordinary burnt sienna. And that's Daniel Smith's Quinacridone Sienna. Maybe a few other bits of thin trees. And then I'll go on to the fine brush now, I think, which has got a really nice sharp point to it. That's it. It's like a nought, and again using fairly strong dark grey or dark brown or both. Then I can do some lovely, really fine twigs coming in from the top of the picture. And the same on the other side. These can belong to trees that are off the edge of the picture. Just got another blotchy bit on the picture. I think that was from my dirty finger. Oh well, maybe it won't show it when I've got everything else in. And lots of branches and twigs coming in from the edge. They help to lead our eye into the middle here. Some a little bit darker and stronger than others. So the darker they are, the nearer they look. The paler they are, the further away they look. So just a few more twigs on the left. Just want to make sure this is absolutely dry before I do the figure, the man and his dog. So I'm just going to stop for a minute and make sure it's dry using the hairdryer. So I'll be back in a minute.